Hey everyone, if you're watching this, you've probably already heard about Disorder, which was officially released on January 24th, 2025. As soon as I got my hands on it, I couldn't wait to dive in and share my thoughts with you. After hours of gameplay, exploring the open world, learning the combat system, and unraveling the story, I've got a lot to say. Whether you're on the fence about picking it up or just looking for a detailed review, stick around, because I'm breaking down everything Disorder has to offer. Before we jump into it, I want to remind you to subscribe to the Pro Omen channel if you haven't already. I've got plenty of gaming reviews, tips, and walkthroughs coming your way, so hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Now, let's talk about Disorder, a game that grabs you from the start. Right from the opening scene, Disorder wastes no time throwing you into its dark, mysterious world. You play as a protagonist who wakes up with no memory of their past. This isn't just a throwaway backstory. It's the central mystery of the game. From the first moment, I found myself asking, who am I? Why are my memories gone? What happened in this world? The game masterfully weaves these questions into its narrative, and as you play, you slowly piece together the story. Each escape attempt you make reveals more clues, more fragments of the past. It's like peeling back the layers of a very dark and very intriguing onion. World building that feels alive. Now, let's talk about the world building, which is easily one of Disorder's biggest strengths. This isn't your typical dungeon crawler. The world feels alive, eerie, and immersive. Every area you explore is packed with detail. The environments range from claustrophobic corridors dripping with atmosphere to sprawling open spaces that are almost hauntingly beautiful. You'll come across ruins, strange relics and remnants of a society that once thrived in this world. Pieces of a story waiting for you to uncover. One of the coolest things about Disorder is how dynamic the world feels. Every time you play, it changes. Paths you've walked before will have shifted. New enemies will spawn. Secrets you missed the first time might suddenly appear. This unpredictability keeps things fresh and makes you want to dive back in again and again. Combat that's fast, fluid, and addictive. Let's talk about the combat system, because wow, it's good. At first, the sheer variety of abilities and playstyles can feel a little overwhelming. But as you get into the game, you realize just how much freedom it gives you. Are you the type of player who likes to charge headfirst into battle with close-range weapons? The game's got you covered. Prefer to keep your distance and take down enemies strategically? There are plenty of ranged attacks and gadgets for that too. The combat is fast-paced and fluid, but it's not just about spamming buttons. There's a level of strategy here that I wasn't expecting. For example, tougher enemies require you to carefully manage your resources, whether it's health, energy, or abilities. One feature I love is the gift desk. This system allows you to permanently enhance your character's abilities. You can customize your skills to suit your playstyle, which adds a lot of depth to the gameplay. For example, you can make your attack stronger, improve your defense, or unlock special abilities that completely change the way you approach combat. Challenges that keep you coming back. Now, if you're worried about difficulty, let me say this. Disorder isn't a game you can just rush through. This is a roguelike, so you're going to fail. A lot, but that's part of the fun. Every time you fail, you learn something new about the world, about the enemies, and about your own abilities. And with each attempt, you grow stronger. The progression system in Disorder is incredibly satisfying. Whether it's unlocking a new ability, discovering a hidden area, or taking down a boss that felt impossible before, the game constantly rewards you for sticking with it. Visuals and soundtrack that set the mood. Let's take a moment to appreciate how Disorder looks and sounds. Visually, this game is stunning. The environments are packed with detail, and the lighting is incredible. Shadows flicker, colors shift, and the atmosphere is just dripping with mood. Whether you're exploring a dark cave or stepping into a sunlit clearing, the game always feels cohesive and immersive. And then there's the soundtrack. Disorder's music is haunting and beautiful. It perfectly complements the eerie tone of the game. You will hear melancholic melodies when you're exploring and intense, heart-pounding tracks when you're in the middle of combat. I did notice a few minor issues with audio mixing. Sometimes the sound effects were a bit too loud, which could overpower the music. But honestly, this was a small nitpick in an otherwise excellent presentation. Replayability and value. Now, let's talk about how much value you're getting for your money. At $1,229, Disorder is priced fairly for what it offers. This isn't just a game you play once and forget about. With its roguelike structure, high replayability, and ever-changing world, it's a game that keeps you coming back for more. Every playthrough feels different. And if you're the type of player who likes to explore every nook and cranny, unlock every secret, and master every ability, you'll easily sink dozens of hours into this game. A few minor issues. Of course, no game is perfect. I did notice a couple of small bugs, mainly related to text readability and audio balance. Some players have also reported technical issues, but I personally didn't experience anything game-breaking. The good news is that the developers are active and responsive, with patches already in the works to address these problems. Final thoughts. In conclusion, Disorder is an incredible game that exceeded my expectations. It's got a gripping story, immersive gameplay, stunning visuals, and a soundtrack that pulls you into its world. If you're a fan of roguelike dungeon crawlers or story-driven games, this is one you don't want to miss. Sure, there are a few minor issues, but they're far outweighed by everything the game does right. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to subscribe to the Pro Epic Omen channel for more gaming content, reviews, and walkthroughs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.